Welcome to another edition of Smartboard Tuesdays. I'm Jeff Seville, the Executive Director here at CEI. And today's guest is a very incredible individual, internationally known, Baer, a legend here in the Phoenix area.
Well,
absolutely.
It tells you more about Phoenix than it does about me.
So today we're going to talk about his new book coming out. Excited about this. This is where it's all headed, Jay. So let's dive into the smartboard and let's get rocking.
Let's smart up this board. Okay. First thing, here's the reality. Companies now don't only compete against other companies who sell the same stuff. Companies have to compete for attention against everything. So think about your Facebook feed, Jeff, or mine, or anybody else's. What you see on Facebook or Twitter or your email box or YouTube or any number of other places where you get information is a confluence of personal and commercial relationships. So here's something from your wife, here's something from a company, here's something from a friend, here's something from a company. So for the first time ever, businesses are being forced to use the same real estate that we are using to communicate one-on-one in a very personal way. Businesses are trying to use that to actually sell stuff. And the converse is not true, right? My wife does not buy radio time to get my attention, thankfully. Yeah. My friends don't buy magazine ads, be like, hey, let's go have beers, right? So, but yet businesses now have to use these same places, and that's really, really hard, really hard. Every company is saying, like us, follow us, read us, look at our videos, look at our Smartboard Tuesdays, and it's this invitation avalanche. And so there's only two ways to win. First way is what people will say to companies is just be amazing. Just be Zappos. Be an incredible company that has such a strong culture that it transcends marketing. And while that's interesting advice and it's a very attractive perspective, it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
And the reality is most companies are not amazing, and most companies are not going to be amazing.
That is so true.
And so if your strategy is to be amazing, you're probably going to be disappointed.
Yep.
Maybe not, but probably.
Yep.
And so the second option, the second way to win in this hyper-competitive environment is to just be truly, inherently useful. And if you as a company are massively useful, truly useful, your customers and prospective customers will keep you close the same way that we keep our friends and family members close. They'll get your email, they'll follow you on Facebook and Twitter and watch your videos and read your blogs and all the, put your mobile app on their home screen, bookmark your site, all the things that we use to indicate closeness, they will do that with your company the same way we do with one another. So that principle of really useful marketing, I call it in the new book, I call it utility. Y-O-U-tility. And the definition of utility is quite simple. It's marketing that is so useful, people would pay you for it. Wow. Now, you're not going to charge them. You're not going to charge them for it because it's marketing, right?
Yeah.
But if you did, if you said, you know what, we feel like we ought to maybe have you pony up a few bucks for this, you'd be like, hell yeah.
I'd do it.
Because it actually benefits my life. So let me give you a couple of examples. Hilton Hotels has this program on Twitter called Hilton Suggests, at Hilton Suggests. And what they did was they took 25 hotels from around the U.S. and they took volunteers from each hotel. So they're not all concierge staff, some of our food and beverage or banquet staff. And they said, look, one person per hotel, volunteer for this. Here's what we want you to do. Pay attention to Twitter.
Yeah.
And if you can find an opportunity to help, just help. That's it. End of instructions. So there's an example that I use in the book and in presentations where a guy in Dallas says, hey, are there any good restaurants near the Magnolia Hotel in Dallas? So Hilton Suggests is doing sort of the strategic eavesdropping approach on Twitter. They weren't called out specifically. They found it and said, oh, they jumped into that conversation and said, oh, these two restaurants are pretty good near a hotel. Nice. But the Magnolia Hotel is not a Hilton property.
Yeah.
So here you have Hilton Hotels using staff time, staff resources to make restaurant recommendations to somebody that they know for a fact is not a customer.
Yeah.
But eventually this guy's going to be in a different city and is going to need a different hotel. And at that point, who's he going to think of first?
Hilton.
He's going to think of Hilton because they proactively
They were useful.
Exactly. They were useful.
I love it.
More close to right down the street from here, Phoenix Children's Hospital has an amazing mobile application called the PCH Car Seat Finder app. And it's a great utility because the whole idea is what kind of car seat should you have? Because the car seat, it's like bewildering. It's paradox of choice. Like you go into Babies R Us and there's like a 2-acre line of car seats. You're like,
okay.
the blue one? Like you've got no idea, right?
Yep.
And so this mobile app, put in how heavy is your kid, how tall is your kid, what kind of car do you have, here's the kind of car seat you want to have.
Wow,
Right?
very cool.
So that's the deal.
Very
So-
simple, but very useful.
Exactly.
I love
Exactly.
it.
So there's
Love
three facets of utility. We're going to move over here. First one is self-serve information, and this one's really, really important because what Google has found in their research, the Zero Moment of Truth, which is an incredibly compelling and important work that everybody should read. It's zeromomentoftruth.com. What they found in that research is that in 2010, average consumers across every category of purchase needed 5.4 sources of information before making a purchase. Okay? And in 2011, the same consumers across the same categories needed 10.3 sources of information. So in 1 year, consumers needed twice as much information to pull the trigger on a purchase. And this is auto, chicken sandwich, travel, whatever. Well, that's really weird, right? Twice as much information in 1 year? And is that economy? Are we more risk adverse? And that's not it at all. We need more information because we have more information. Smartphone penetration in this country now is 57%. It's crossed the chasm now. So
It's amazing.
when you have the entirety of the world's information in your pants, you're going to look stuff up, right? And nowadays, if you make a bad purchase decision, you're just lazy.
That's your own
You're just
fault.
lazy.
Yeah.
Exactly, because all the information
Yeah.
you need to make a good purchase decision is at your fingertips. And so smart companies realize that they've got to fill this information vacuum and allow people to secret shop them on their website, via mobile apps, etc., answer every customer question and be really super relevant in real time. So the summary of utility is this. The difference between helping and selling is just 2 letters. But those 2 letters make all the difference. And if you sell something, you make a customer today. But if you help someone, you can create a customer for life. That's the principle of utility.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about the book for
Sure.
30 seconds. Tell me all about it, a little bit more than this. When's
Yeah.
it going to become available?
The book is called Utility. The subtitle is Why Smart Marketing is About Help, Not Hype. Being published by Penguin Portfolio, be out in June. So if you go to utilitybook.com, you can get on the secret pre-order list, which we're going to actually roll out here soon. And if you do that, there's 7 different bonuses that people who buy it early from me, as opposed to Amazon, can get. All kinds of like discussion guides and videos and music videos and all kinds of live Q&A chats with me, all kinds of other stuff. So,
Oh, way cool.
all kinds
Way
of
cool.
bonus materials for the pre-order.
And that's the nice thing about you, Jay, is that just you're so accessible. So, I mean, there's convinceandconvert.com is your main blog,
Yeah, that's our
one
blog,
of the top social media blogs.
So they say.
I think it is.
Thank
I think
you.
you've done it.
Thank
so,
you.
so great. Thanks for coming and spending some time.
You bet.
With
Oh, it's
us
fantastic.
In
It's
front
fun.
of the Smartboard Tuesday.
You got to send this to me. I never wrote this down before. Now I'm all excited.
No, we got to do
Let's
it.
make this an infographic, baby. Let's do something with it.
Excellent. So thanks again. Appreciate it. So there you have it. Smartboard Tuesdays with Jay Baer. Super excited to have him here. I'm going to give the board a big scan.
Whoa,
And
look at this. Look
Look
out.
at that, man.